Hey everyone, it's been a while. I'm sorry about that. Had a lot of things getting going, life gets in the way. I'm sure I'm preaching to the choir, so I'll shut up about that now. Let you know what I've been up to a little bit. As you can see, shop looks a little bit different, still pretty disorganized, but we'll run you through that real quick and talk about what I'm working on now. So here we have the junked up table saw stand. Just like any shop, every horizontal surface is covered, but you can see I got that pretty well worked up. I still haven't decided where I want to go with the front of it yet, so just trying to use it for now and figure that out, balancing home projects with shop projects. This is a real cool sawhorse that I built. Got another one over there hiding behind the bandsaw. I'll do a little bit of a breakdown on that. Still ironing out some of the details. This is a real heavy prototype. What I'm going to be working on here soon is the miter saw stand to clear this up a little bit. We've got a big trim project coming up in the house, so I need a better miter saw station for that. Unfortunately, I don't have time to build the dream one. I just need to get one done. That's what this is going to be. I got the planer up on this stand here. It's pretty nice. Has wheels, can move it all around. Joiners up on wheels too. Um, Cheap Chinese dust collector setup from Amazon. That is absolute crap. I put that thing on there and it doesn't keep hardly any of the chips from going into the vacuum cleaner if it's any sort of bogged down at all. But been hemming and hawing about building a theme baffle or what I'm gonna do. Found this for 30 bucks. Figured I'd give it a shot. It's gonna work for now. Got the bandsaw up and running, so that is going good. And we have a whole bunch of wood to work with. But today, the task is going to be turning these here into wood to put that wood on, to put that on. So let's see what we can get knocked out. So after trying out this Cyclone from Amazon, here's what I got. I just milled up a bunch of lumber. That is what ended up in the trash can. That is what's in the vacuum. It is all in the vacuum. I'm really disappointed with that thing. That was a terrible $30 in about 2 hours of my time. So save your money on the $30 Amazon Cyclone. Not worth it. In other news, got all the boards milled up here for the table I'm looking at building. Now it's time to cut them to length and get started on the joinery. So we'll work on that. So now that I have everything cut to length and milled up, I'm going to start cutting the joinery into these. I've got my new table saw sled set up here, and I have this kind of prototype tenoning jig here. I can use this as a stop when I'm cutting the shoulders of all my tenons, and then I can flip it up like this and clamp to the board to cut the waste away down to the stop and get the thickness of the tenon right. And then I'll just flip it around, and that way the tenon will be right in the middle of the piece. So that's the next step we're going to do here, is get this joinery all worked out. I'm going to cut the tenons first for some bridle joints here. So now here I am set up to cut the other side of the joint. I already sized them up and got the outsides cut. Went over to the bandsaw and cleaned up most of the waste. Now I'm just going to inch my jig over a little bit at a time and flatten out the bottom of that. Now we'll see if everything goes together. It's a little bit loose, not too bad. That's pretty good. A little snug. Hey, all right. Let's see about this guy. Oh. Okay, not too bad. What do you know? It's even square. That was a little out. Okay. For some glue on that puppy. How about number 2? That's a little tight. That's not gonna go. Persuasion, that one would work. There we go. Oh. Helps if you trim out all the waste before you try to fit them together. Now we'll see what we got. The vicious attack doodle defending the house. Hey, that ain't bad. How square work. Right on. Time for glue. Okay, got the frames glued up here. Now it's time to work on the joinery on the runners that'll tie these frames together. So here I'm getting ready to cut a notch out of the frames for the stiles to go into. Looking back on it, I probably should have done this a little differently. I did the notch the full width of the stile, and I don't think that's the best. It took a lot of meat out of the bridle joints in the corners. Everything glued up tight, and I ended up using screws in there to get it all together. But if I were to do it again, I'd probably do a half lap and leave a little more meat in there for the bridle joint. But I think it'll work out okay. Just
Probably do it a little different the next time.
You wouldn't believe it by the metric ton of screws and hardware I put into the table saw cart, but I actually prefer to use joinery where I can. And I don't know, it's just a challenge to me to try to avoid using screws and fasteners and try to do what I can with glue and wood. But the time has come on this project for screws. So we're gonna get these stiles put in. I got the joinery cut. We're gonna glue these up and screw them together. Ta-da! Sorry, the camera died. Hi, Gunny Dog. Can you say hi? Good pup. Sorry, the camera died in the middle of that, and I didn't realize it, but we got the top screwed on. Got casters on it, and we have a table. And now we can get rid of these shitty things. And then we can be on to the next project. So, still left to do is to sand this. I got to put some water-based polyurethane on it, get the miter saw mounted, and then build up the, I don't know what you call them, I guess the wings and the fence for it. But this is as far as I'm getting today, and I'm done with these things. Probably forever. They've had a good run. I think I'll just throw them away. But anyway, thanks for following along today, and see you next time.